The new record is called Soul Ties, and it's basically about a deep connection between two people, but it's over an Afro Caribbean Afro pop beat. So like when I was writing this record, it just gave me like island vibes. And I wanted people to be in a mindset of like if you're just on vacation with a significant other and you're just chilling and you vibing out by an ocean. That's the feeling that I wanted to bring to this record. Like definitely island vibes. So yeah.
Power Ace Radio.
Okay, so hello everybody, welcome to another episode of PAR Meet the Artist. You know what we do on this show, introduce you to amazing artists all across the globe. So today with me, I will get my special guest I get you to introduce yourself, tell us your name, tell us where you're from. We know you're an artist, but tell us what you do, please.
Hello, everybody. This is Lil'Co from Charlotte, North Carolina, coming all the way from the Carolinas, and I am a national recording artist who specializes in pop, R&B, little hip hop. So you get a good variety listening to my music.
Absolutely, that's a great summary. And I want to start first. So the track that I heard before we get to the new one, the Elephant and the Bow. There's the first one I heard is Free Part Two.
Oh, Free Part Two.
And it's kind of like, I don't know how I say, like Will Smith kind of vibe
Yes.
to it. I'm like, oh, this is like old school kind of hip hop. Tell us a bit
Yes.
about that. I know I'm talking about part two, so there's obviously a part one which I've just got up with. Tell us about this project, please.
So the Free Part Two record, it kind of give you like the Teddy Riley vibes back in the day. But I was going for a 90s feel with that record. So I wanted to be nostalgic for the listeners to just kind of reminisce on that time when, house parties were the thing and everybody was just free, So that's pretty much what that record was about.
Super. That's great. Because obviously you said about different style of music,
Yes.
and straight away that pops to mind. And there's another one, I think it's called Soul, is it? Where there's you and a girl in the forest. Is that the new one?
The new record. The
Yeah.
new record is called Soul Ties, and it's basically about a deep connection between two people, but it's over an Afro Caribbean Afro pop beat. So like when I was writing this record, it just gave me like island vibes. And I wanted people to be in a mindset of like if you're just on vacation with a significant other and you're just chilling and you vibing out by an ocean. That's the feeling that I wanted to bring to this record. Like definitely island vibes. So yeah.
Yeah, no, that is really, really cool. And
Yes.
that track came out, was it yesterday, right?
Yesterday was release day. I've been like doing a lot of press for it. I've been like at several like radio stations. So be on the lookout for all of the interviews, all of the radio stations to play it. So yeah.
Super. That is amazing. And how so far? I know it's only been 24 hours.
Yes.
What sort of vibe are you getting from it?
I told myself I wasn't gonna do this, but I was checking the streams so far. We're like over 2,000 and something streams in like less than 24 hours, and I'm like, whoa, already like. But that's just on Spotify. I haven't checked any other like Apple Music or anything, so I'm gonna give it a week and then I'm gonna check back. But the streams are going up. People are reposting it on Instagram already. And so yeah, so far I'm feeling good about it.
That's amazing. And because it is that sort of track, it's you get it, you feel connected to it. It's something that
Yes,
you can relate to. And I'm so glad people are gravitating towards it the same way like someone like me did. So
yes.
that really well done.
Thank you, thank you,
And
thank you.
let's go back in time. Let's go
Okay.
back to where did it all start? Like, how did it all start? When did you think, okay, it's music I wanted to do?
I was little. I was like maybe like 3, 4 years old. But I have a musical background. Like my grandfather, he did gospel and he like toured around the world and everything. Um, and my uncle, my dad, everybody just was musically talented. So I had that background already, but it was Michael Jackson. And I know this is a lot of artists, inspiration, but when I saw him, I was like, wow, like that's really what made me want to be an overall entertainer. So I just started, from there and I haven't looked back since.
Oh, wow, that is amazing. As you
Yes,
said, Michael Jackson, he did touch a lot of lives across the
yes,
globe. Um, like I grew up in Nigeria and I didn't know that many Western artists, but Michael
yes,
Jackson was one that definitely it's like he's next door to you. It's like you
yes,
almost know who he is,
yes,
amazing. So wow, so that's the spark in your music career.
yes.
So is that the sort of artist you is that like sort of pop type music that you listen to cultivate your music style or
I
some
have a
music?
very, very eclectic music style. Like one of my favorite artists, and I know it's strange to some people just because of the type of music I make, but one of my favorite artists is Al City. He's the guy that sings Fireflies, but his musicality is just so inspirational and so creative. So I look up to him as a musical inspiration, but then it drastically changes. Like I like Usher as an entertainer and a performer. I like Drake because he's very eclectic. He can go back and forth. So, it ranges, with a wide variety of music. So, yeah.
Nice that, and I suppose that comes out in different genre of music you do, as
Yes.
well. Because, that is really really cool.
Yes.
And let's go into my next question.
Okay.
That so, how many tracks have you released so far?
Well, I have 3 albums that I've done. Um, one came out in 2012, one came out in 2015, and my last project came out in 2020. So I haven't released new music in 3 long years. So here we are with the new single that just released yesterday. So I have been working on music for a while and I've had a lot of great experiences and opportunities. And now I'm at the next level. So I'm just excited for everything that's going to come with this new record.
That's really really cool. And I like the way you broke down those years as well. So
Yes.
there are different gaps, obviously, between you making your albums.
Mm.
Um, is that just because you're trying to perfect it? Is that timing, or are you waiting for inspiration, or
that's
why the big
that's
timeline?
what it is. That's exactly what it is. Like so every project delivers a message and it delivers a different era for me. So if you listen to each one of my albums, they're different and they tell a different story. So anytime it's like a gap is usually because I'm experimenting with new sounds, new looks, and everything like that. So um, here we are in this new era, and I cannot wait to share this journey with my fans who's been rocking with me for the longest. So, if you are tuning in, you have to follow me and you have to follow this journey because I'm telling you, you're going to be on the edge of your seats because it's going to be a crazy journey, but a good one.
Absolutely, that is it. It's going to be an experience,
Yes.
And talking about following you before we missed out on that bit, what are your social handles? Where are the best places to find you?
Right now, I'm very active on Instagram. So my IG is LilCo. So it's ILILCO. I'm also on Facebook. I'm also on TikTok. I've been trying to get more into TikTok because that's where, a lot of the people are. So you can reach me on there too. But I'm definitely active on Instagram. I do live shows and everything on Instagram. So if you ever want to come and hang out on Instagram Live, me and my fans, we show up and we show out, and it's always a good experience. So definitely tap into my socials.
Super. So it's LilCo to find you on Instagram, and actually on most of our basic, they type in LilCo, you just pop up.
I just pop up. There I am.
That is really amazing.
Yes.
And on to kind of my next question. So you've released these projects, you've released your other projects. Out of all of them, which one would you say you are most proud of?
Oh, that's a hard question. Well, okay. So my most successful album was the album that I released in 2015. It was titled Unification. Um, and I did a tour after that. So that one generated a lot of buzz for me, and it got me a lot of offers and a lot of recognition from the industry. So I am proud of that. But musically, I feel like my best work was my last album. Just the writing of it, the how it was put together and everything. I felt like that was my most creative album. So I'm proud of my talent with the last project, but I'm most proud of the 2015 album because it put me where I'm at now. So those are my two ones that I'm most proud of.
That's really cool. That's really cool answer. And from that, going on from there. So 2015 projects that put you on the map, as you said.
Yes. Yes.
And so from the music from back there,
Mhm.
do you want to maybe give us a little a cappella freestyle of that one of the tracks on there?
One of the tracks on there. What was I gotta think. Lord, I had so many. Because as you know, I rap and sing, right? So that album was mostly rap. So let's see if I remember some bars. I gotta remember now. That was 2015. Let's see. I can give you "Get Me." That was kind of one of my favorite records. So it was back in '09 I started spitting these rhymes. I was trying to be heard, so I stayed on my grind. Ugh, I think that's all I remember, but that's a little something. You have to go back and listen if Team Core, if you're listening, because they're going to roast me if I show this video because I don't remember all the lyrics. But if you remember that song, you have to go back and listen to "Get Me." So that's where a little bit of that came in. So yeah.
Super.
It's old stuff. Like, yeah, that's so old.
I suppose that's a big crew taking you way back and then putting you right on the spot. Like,
yes.
Right
like I can't remember all of the lyrics, but yeah, that was one of my favorite songs. I can say that. So yeah.
Oh, super. Well, we're gonna have to definitely go and have a listen to that. It's your
Yes.
favorite. I'm sure there's a reason why. It's your favorite
Yeah.
from your favorite era.
Yeah, that track, like, it basically was saying like I just want people to get me as a person and as an artist, and I kind of just summarized like how I started, like my career and everything. So it was kind of personal, but the way I delivered it was so dope. So that's one of my favorite tracks off of that album. I just can't remember all the lyrics.
That's all right.
Yes,
Because there's a lot to remember. For
yes,
an artist, I can never get it. Even karaoke, I can't even do that because I can't remember most of the lyrics to my favorite song. So
right.
I don't know how you
Well,
guys do it.
two, I'm going to say this, and it's exclusive. This is exclusive information, what I'm about to say. So I am like in the middle of rehearsing for a world tour coming up. So like my mind is like more on the new songs and rehearsing the dance moves and everything. So some of the old songs I can't remember too much, but trust me, this tour is going to be a phenomenon. I want to bring it. I want to give you a lot on this tour. So look out for that. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of plug that little exclusive information in real quick.
Nice. That is perfect. We love exclusives, so we
Yes.
call it the juicy little gossips. So yeah, thank
Mm-hmm.
you very much for dropping that to us on Power H Radio.
Yes.
And let's go into obviously my next question. So for us, for Power H Radio, we cater more for independent artists, but we love
Mm,
music in general anyway.
right.
So you're an independent artist, right? Or are you
For
a signed
now.
up
For now.
for now? Okay. So and
There's
is that
there's offers on the tables, but that's why I was saying for now. Well, you never know.
yeah, no, because with somebody of your caliber of music, like great music like yours, obviously offers would be left, right, and center.
Yes.
Um, but you still staying independent, is that a choice or is that just because you haven't found the right record label or the right deal or what's the
A,
hold up?
li- a little bit of both. I was offered my first deal when I was on my first tour, and this was back in 2013, and it just wasn't the right amount. It wasn't the right amount. And then when I did my second tour back in 2016, I got offered another deal. But it wasn't the right timing. I want to say that. It was a lot of other factors in it. And then I had some offers with my last project, and a lot of behind the scene things happened. So here I am. I just, didn't take anything. So, have a couple of offers now, but not sure what I'm gonna do. So a lot of it is by choice. I could have signed a couple of those deals that were presented to me, but I just need creative control.
Mm,
That is the most important thing because I'm a writer, I'm a performer, I'm an entertainer, and I have to have that creative control. So yeah.
mm. Yeah, no, and I think that's like most of our artists, that's the biggest bit of it where you know the industry kind of take you where it wants you to go. Whereas if you're an
Yes.
independent artist, you've got more control. But how do you, as you said, yeah, you've had different deals. How do you go through about processing that? Going, yeah, I don't want to work with this or I don't want to do that. Because if you were signed, somebody will make most of the decision for you. You just go there and
Yes.
deliver. But as an
Yes.
independent artist, you have to make all the decision. How do you go through that thought process to make sure you're not going off the path that you want to?
I just stick to my guns. Like whatever message that I'm trying to deliver with any project that I'm doing, I stick with that. And I stick to what inspires me to be an artist. So I just stick to my guns. I don't let a lot of outside entities reflect my decisions on how I present myself as an artist. So you just gotta be strong minded in a lot of situations.
Mm. Yeah, and I feel that, I suppose I said in most situations, as long as you have there used to be that saying that if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything.
That is
So
true.
as long as you got that goal, yeah, no things are should all align together. So
Yes.
I'm so glad for you, you know.
Yes.
Um, and sky is the limit, you
Sky's
know.
the limit. Like, don't take no for an answer. Like, as an artist, you're going to hear no's, but that's not going to determine how far you go in your career. Like, people are going to tell you no, but you got to use those no's to fuel the fire, to go harder, to be the best you can be. So just you stick with what you know best. You could take, suggestions here and there from people who can help you, but also stick to your true roots. Don't be a yes man. Don't follow the crowd. Don't follow the trends. Like, because your talent is going to be the thing that takes you the furthest. So rely on that.
That is really great advice. So a
Yes.
lot of people will end up swearing because they think, oh yeah, this is where it's happening.
Yes.
If it's
Yes.
not your lane, stay in your lane. So that's
Yep.
really
Yep.
great advice. And also moving on to my next question, that if you could compare yourself to anybody already, in the industry, who would it be, and why?
What I'm about to say is, I mean it very, very in a humble way, but I just feel like I'm incomparable. Like, I can't, my music is so like diverse and distinct. I can't compare it to pretty much anyone that I can think of, because every era I switch it up. Like, I change. I'm like a chameleon.
Mm,
um, I just I guess you could see inspiration, like I said, from the only person I could think of who did that was Michael. You know, every time he did a video or every time he put out projects, the theme was always different, the sound was always different. But in today's world, you really don't get that too much. So yeah.
No, I get exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah. So like, I'm in my own lane. I created my own lane and I'm just staying in it.
That is really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think maybe from your answer, maybe I already have the answer to my next question, but
Uh-huh.
maybe I don't. But if you could collaborate with any artist, now this is dead or alive, who would it be and why?
mm, I have a few. So number one, Nas. Anybody who knows me personally, I mean, I am a hip hop head too. I love Nas. So, um, what I like about Nas is the same thing that I just said. He created a lane for himself and stayed in it, and he's still relevant to this day after nearly 30 years in hip hop, and that's very uncommon for a hip hop artist to still be relevant, to still be top in the charts. So definitely Nas and Chris Brown. I know he doesn't get all of the respect because of a lot of factors, but at the end of the day, his artistry is dope. So definitely Chris Brown, Usher, Drake, definitely, definitely would collaborate with them. And if Michael was still here, yes. I think everybody dream is to collaborate with him. So yeah, those are the people I would collaborate with.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I think that's a few great picks over there.
Yes.
And we just never know. Some of them can be possible.
And
Even someone
it
like
still might
Michael.
happen. It might happen. You never know. This is me speaking into existence.
This is it. And I think that is where it all starts, right?
Yes,
Because if you don't dream, it just doesn't happen. Or otherwise,
that's
even
right.
when it happens, you won't really appreciate what you've been given. So,
That is
uh,
true.
no, no, that's great. Well, let's keep hoping on for the future. You are in the
Yes,
right lane, so
yes.
yeah, no, I'm really rooting for you.
Thank you, thank you.
And so let's me go into my why call side. Just won't be complete if I don't ask one of my random questions.
Okay,
And I think for you, we'll go with your spirit animal.
okay.
So if we had to have an animal that represents you as a person, your music career, you totally, not just I'm guessing you as one person and you on stage. And if there was an animal that would represent you, what would it be and why?
A lion, a
Mm.
lion, because a lion is going to protect its pride. A lion is going to go for what it wants to go for. Is very ambitious. Is very driven, but they're also compassionate animals as well. So I'm very compassionate. I have a caring spirit, but I am vicious when it comes to my dream. I'm very driven. I'm very motivated, and I'm very focused. So a lion definitely represents who I
Super.
am.
I like that answer. Um, I, I like it being a lion, but I like the way you broke it down. Because
Yes.
yeah, it's people just think of a lion as a and that's it.
Yeah.
I
No,
like the
they
way.
but they're very protective animals, but like I
Mm,
said, they have that compassion that they care about what they care about. Like they
mm,
really have that passion in them. So
mm,
that
mm.
is me as well.
That's really, really cool answer. Um, and yeah, let me go into my next question. So this is kind of like a two-part question, I suppose.
Okay.
Um, you've been doing music for a while.
Uh-huh.
So to those fans that have, started with you from the beginning up till now, what would you like to say to them?
What would I like to see today? What's my music?
No, I mean to those fans that they've known you from the beginning
Hmm.
and they're still following you till now, what
Hmm.
would you like to say to them?
Oh, I really appreciate it because I'm telling you, the people that's been following me from the beginning, they have been going hard for me. Like, I really appreciate it. Like, when I'm on live, anytime I'm doing tours or shows, they show up, they show out. So, I really want to just give a big thank you and a big shout out to all of the fans that's been tuning in. And I want to make myself as accessible to those fans as possible. So, um, yeah, you can hop on my live. We have conversations like we normally do. You can always feel free to DM me, comment on my posts. They do roast me too. They was roasting me before I dropped this single, FYI. They was like, we haven't had music in this many years. Like, what is every time I would post, it was like, where's the music? Where's the music? I was like, okay, I get it. I'm coming. So I like to feel like they're family. So I'm always gonna treat them with the best respect that I can ever give them. So yes.
That is beautiful. That's really great.
Yes.
And the reason why I asked that in two parts really is because the old fans and then the new ones that are coming in.
Yes.
Obviously, through Power S Radio and through this new
Yes.
project just landed, there will be great rush to it. Well,
Yes.
who's this person? Well, he's been there all these years, but welcome to the party.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
what would you
It's
like
like
to say to the new fans?
to the new fans, buckle up your seatbelts because it's going to be a good ride. No, but I feel like to the new fans, they're going to really be, if you start following me and following this journey, you're just going to be very amazed and very entertained just with my ability. And also, like, let's build a connection too. Like, I'm a very personable person, especially for my supporters. Let's have conversations. Let's get on live. Let's talk about certain topics, certain situations, because I feel like fans need somebody that somewhat has a platform to connect with, where they can feel comfortable to talk about certain situations. So here I am. So, like I said, we got a lot of good things coming up this year. So, and I do plan on going on the road. So, no matter where you're from, we can connect. So, it's going to be a good ride.
That is super because, well, I know you've said it, you're going on tour because that was going to be my kind of next question as to what's in the pipeline. So you're going on, you said a world tour. So is it something
World.
we're expecting in the UK or tell us what's
Everywhere.
in
It's going to be in the UK. So I'm doing Europe. I'm doing a European part. I'm doing Asia. Um, I'm doing South America. I do know that, and of course North America, where I'm at in the U.S. So we're going to be everywhere. Everything is getting booked now, so we're still in the booking stages, but we're traveling. We're traveling all over. But also in the near future, this is what's coming up. Juneteenth is coming up. And if you know, you know. So I am headlining the Juneteenth Festival of the Carolinas here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So if you are in the surrounding areas, come out and you'll get to see the performer that I am, the entertainer that I am. You'll get to see a full show because I am headlining the event, and there will be thousands of people there. This is not like a small event. It's outside, a huge stage. All of the radio stations will be there. All of your sponsors will be there. So come out and have a good time at the Juneteenth of the Carolinas. And follow me on IG for more details if you really want to know about it. So yeah, that's in the near future. That's just next month.
Ooh, this is
Yeah.
exciting.
Yes.
Less than 1 month away.
Yes. Yes.
That's
And
amazing.
I'm
I wish I
rehearsing
could be
for
there
it.
myself.
Yes, I'm rehearsing. I'm getting ready. I'm running, making sure I don't run out of breath. Like I'm getting ready. Like I'm just excited. So yeah.
Oh wow, really, really looking forward to seeing that. Shame I might not be able to be there in person, but hopefully I will definitely be able to catch you online.
Yes.
Just IG LilCo will find you and all the great stuff you're making.
Yes.
Yeah, as they say, time does fly when we're having fun.
Yes. Yes.
Such an amazing
Yeah.
conversation with you.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. Any last comments from you?
Make sure you stream Soul Ties, available now, playing on Power Ace Radio, number one. And two, make you some TikTok videos because I will be reposting. So make you some TikTok videos, make you some Instagram reels, and I will definitely share you in front of my already fans that I do have on IG, and I will repost you. So make sure you share, make sure you follow me to keep up with the updates because I could be coming to a city near you.
That's really, really amazing.
Yes.
I can't wait for the the great near future is going to bring.
Yes.
But yeah, until we meet again, Lil'Co, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me, and everybody, you guys take care.
Safe. Bye.
All righty, see you later.
This is Power Ace Radio.